Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So I am doing this look for day 7 of Navratri. Here's a more clear picture. I actually really like the blurry picture for some reason, so I kept it in the video. But anyways, today is Devi Saraswati's day, and so the color is white, and I was like, I'm not gonna be really using white lipstick, so it's gonna go on the eyes today, and I'll explain my process as I do my makeup. So as you see, I'm going in with the Benefit Professional Matte Foundation. I really liked this particular foundation for today specifically, and I'm using my e.l.f. brush to apply it. Normally I'd go in with the Anissa Beauty brush, but I just was doing my makeup and I was like, you know what, let me just change it up for the audience. I don't want them to think that I just have only Anissa Beauty. I do have other foundation brushes, but I particularly like the e.l.f. and the Anissa Beauty brush. And so essentially I like using this particular brush for whenever I apply my Hourglass foundation. And it just it works well with the way the bristles are. They're not so dense, so they're a little bit more movie aroundy, I guess. Okay, the word I'm looking for is flexible. But they're more flexible and they have more give, and so essentially, sorry about that, still recovering from the sniffles. It allows the product to move around, and yes, I did go ahead and switch to my left hand. So I actually went out earlier today, and so I didn't feel like changing. I like this particular, kurti salwar suit kind of situation I have going on. I have to thank my sister when I was in Atlanta and I didn't know what to wear. I didn't really pack any Indian clothes, but we were going to a temple. She was like, here, I have something. Wear this. And I was like, okay. And I have to thank her for it because I have fallen in love with it ever since. I'm right now going in with my lip liner in the shade Venom by Urban Decay. And today is an example where I just use lip liner and call it a day. I do not need anything else with this particular shade and this particular color. I want to say Urban Decay has a lipstick in the same exact shade to match the lip liner. I'm not sure on that, but I just love the lip liner, so I went with it. So just a little tidbit, Saraswati Devi is one of the main big 3 goddesses. That's how I like to think about it. And she is the goddess that is in charge of knowledge and education and the arts as well. And so she always wears a white sari. And so in the Navratri, whenever we're celebrating Devi Saraswati, usually we wear white saris. So yeah, I just am rubbing that lip liner all over. Again, this is the only lip color I'm using for the rest of the day, and this thing stays on. You need it. If you're a gloss girly, I recommend just going in with a clear gloss over. But other than that, that wasn't my goal today. I didn't really want to channel any glossy vibes. You might notice I don't really care for gloss much except for the Chanel, formula that I have with the lipstick and the lip gloss. But by the way, I was trying to film for the reels and I realized it didn't show the Kiko concealer properly. So yes, I'm using my Kiko Milano concealer in the shade 7. And I found my concealer brush. You guys, I did it. I did it in record time. It was right there. I was so proud of myself. I did not have to fight with my makeup setup. It's the small things, guys. It's a win. Today, it's a win, okay? I'm running on 5 hours of sleep. My circadian rhythm decided to do a whole shift last night, and that was not fun. Anyways, I digress. So we are covering up those eye circles and starting with an even, clean base for our eyeshadow. So I don't think I've done this look before, at least not that I remember, but today is going to be a complete matte eyeshadow look, and actually I initially wanted to go in with the Natasha Denona Biba palette, but I really, really wanted to use the Carly Bible palette. And when I was testing out the colors, and you'll see me swatching in a couple of minutes, just what I wanted to do, like, I was not convinced with the Natasha Denona palette. I just was like, I can do better. I don't like it. I don't like the color selection of it, and it's not that the Biba palette is bad. You guys, like, whenever I do go travel, I will go ahead and say it's always a toss-up between Natasha Denona Biba and the Carly Bible palette. I will say that because they are both very universal palettes, and you'll see in a little bit that Carly Bible also, her palette has a pop of color in it. And so, yes, I just go back and forth and putting my nose ring back in. This is, I swear I was not picking up my nose, you guys. I have still yet to find my 3 nose stud. I know it's somewhere in my room. I don't know where in God's name it fell off. I have no idea why. I even, like, listen, I'm doing a thorough inspection. I am channeling my skills I have learned at work, and I am inspecting my room every square inch, and I'm hoping to find the 3 nose stud. I really did 3-ring nose stud. I really did like that one, y'all, and I could order another one, but if I know that it didn't really run away, why would I order another one, you know? So I didn't underpaint anything with bronzer today. I just went simple, and I did the Chanel Tan de Soleil cream bronzer. I'm in the shade 392. It's the medium. If you are Indian skin tone or anywhere near my skin tone, don't grab that first shade. It's meant for lighter, fairer skin tones. I made the mistake of getting the first shade in, when I was at the duty-free airport in, I want to say it was Portugal. But no, it was not Portugal. I think it was France. Yes, because I was flying from France to Portugal. And for some reason, when I was overseas, that shade actually worked. I don't know if I was like a fairer skin tone then, but I decided to keep it either way so I could use it for the winter. Listen, it's Chanel. I'm going to make sure I squeeze every single dime out of it. And I literally keep going back and forth, and I'm trying to decide what to do. I took out, I think, about like 5 different palettes that I owned, and was like, am I going to use this? Am I going to use that? This is a very normal process for me. And so again, my objective with doing these talk through tutorials and voiceovers is one, to get the content out there, but also to show you that this is what normal processes with makeup look like when you're doing it, because it's like wearing clothes. You'll have like I literally show you guys this, and then I'm like, nope, I'm not gonna go in with that like 30 seconds later. But it's very normal for, when you're wearing clothes, like, you have an idea in your head, and then you wear that specific like outfit, and you look at yourself and you go, what the heck did I just do? And so that was literally a had a what the heck did I just do moment here, and I was like, okay, well, I guess we are not gonna go through with this. And so yeah, I decided to not go through with the Natasha Denona palette. If you're wondering if I exclusively own Natasha Denona palettes, that's a yes and no answer. I have the Urban Decay palettes. I have the Carly Bible palette. I have old eyeshadow palettes from Makeup Geek. Not the palette itself, but the individual single eyeshadows. Guys, do you see how gorgeous this palette is? Like, if you toss this and this only, you're set. If you go on vacation, like when she designed this palette, also you guys, her eyeliner, if I recommend any eyeliner, it's literally the Fenty one, the Wet n Wild one, and her eyeliner. They are so freaking good. I'm trying not to cuss, but they are so, like, her eyeliner, I accidentally, for some reason, I thought I completely shut the cap when I was using it one day, and I did not. And when I tell you, I was devastated because it dried out. Like, I just kept it like that because I thought it, like, shut closed, and it didn't. It didn't. So right now what I'm doing is, and this is very typical of me whenever I do a white matte smoky eye kind of situation, because I don't like, for some reason, if I go in with my transition color, it gets lost and it also looks extra choppy. I don't like that. I don't want that. That's my objective. So I always lay that, I want to say like a white, ivory-ish color down. And then I go in with my transition shade. So I'm using that medium brownish. It's got a bit of rose in it, which is, ironically, it's what you want, you guys. And the reason I say choose a brown with like a little bit of rose is because if you're anything like me and you have like somewhat like pinkier tones, either ways, it will help blend everything together. I wish you guys could see how I was narrating this because I'm using my hands and they're going all over the place as I'm, talking through. But I have Italian hands, you guys, right now. Just visualize it. But anyways, I'm going in with that. You can't really see it yet because, again, I'm not really building this color. It's just my transition shade. And I'm going in with that dark color. This is a 3 eyeshadow look. Like, is it 3 eyeshadow? Yeah, 3 eyeshadow. I was like, wait, is that the correct grammar? Sorry, bilingual glitch. So, yes. You see, now that I'm building that dark color up in the outer corner in the crease, because I went in with a more brown that had a rosier undertone, it essentially helps to make the look more cohesive and gives that extra bit of warmth. The thing with transition colors that I've noticed and I've learned over the years is they inherently don't. Yes, you could. Okay, here's how I'm going to say it. Yes, you can do an entire look without a transition color. It will look just fine. It's not going to go anywhere. The look will be just fine. But if you wanted that extra dimension and almost like the shadow is like seamless on your eyes, because let's be real, like none of us are waking up with eyeshadow in the morning, right, on our faces. And if you are, it was probably an episode of Golden Girls. So right now what I'm doing is I am also using, this is also another trick that I've found. Whenever, do you see how when I use my finger that white shade pops, like, and not just the reflection of the mirror, but it is popping? That's exactly what I want, because as I go in with the dark color, the dark brown, and I'm building it up, that white will get lost. But I essentially, when I want people to look at my face and they look at me, I want them to see, oh, she's got that white. I can clearly see that white, and it somehow smokes and fades into that brown. And that's exactly what I'm doing. I don't have a magic wand to teach you guys how to blend. I wish I could do just a tutorial. And if that's something you want, let me know. But I wish I could do a tutorial on just how to blend, because yes, while I learned from old school OG YouTubers, I also had to figure blending out for my own eye shape. Because I promise you, the way that I do my makeup, like I've done my friends' bridesmaids makeup, I've done their prom makeup, I blend differently because of the way their eyes and their faces are shaped. And so it's a similar motion, but it's different at the same time. I wish I could have one of my girlies come on and film how I did her prom makeup, because it was so beautiful. She just has the perfect eye shape. By the way, I'm going with the Huda Beauty blush filter in the shade Watermelon Pop. She has such a beautiful eye shape that when I try to do like just a smoky eyeliner on my top lash line kind of a look, it kind of sometimes almost looks like I got punched. And I'm not saying that to be funny, but it really does look like I got punched. Also, can we take a moment to notice how my hair is like popping? You guys, I actually went the extra mile and I did my curly hair routine, and it is just, this is my natural hair. I just put in some products to enhance my curls. I did, what did I use? I used today the Lolavi Perfect Leave-In Conditioner, and then I used Way Curl Cream. For some reason, Way works really well with my hair. I have no idea why that is, but it is. So I actually initially started this look with wanting to go like only do half my eyeliner, but the more I kept doing my eyeliner, I just was like, hang on. So I went all the way in today with my eyeliner. It's not a halfway look. So again, on my right eye, we always start out with the line and then we map out the wing. And the way that I map out the wing is like I almost like the science behind it, and I'm trying to like explain it in like the best way possible so it's also teachable and learnable. Is that I kind of like see where my eyebrow is, where the tail end of my eyebrow is, and I go from there. So you see here I was trying to, that's my thinking motion of when I'm tapping my eyeliner. I'm like, wait, what do I want to do? So essentially when I was trying to make sure the line was perfect, I went a little too inward and I realized it wasn't going to do that. So here you can clearly tell if you pause the video and almost like take a ruler and you match up the edge of my wing to the end of my eyebrow, that is where I'm mapping it out. It depends, you guys. You can do your eyeliner either ways. And by the way, before I started using liquid pens, I used a gel pot eyeliner and I used a brush. I did not start using liquid pens until very later on in my makeup journey. If you want me to do a tutorial where I do use a gel pot, I'm more than happy to do that. Gel pots I recommend are Maybelline Eye Studio Gel Liner in the shade Blackest Black. That's a oldie but a goodie. A lot of the beauty YouTubers used to use them back in the day. And then I also really like the Kiko Milano. I will say with the Kiko Milano, it's a lot more creamy. So a little goes a long way. So it's almost like you gotta like stamp like the tiniest amount because that eyeliner is like almost like water. Today I'm using MAC Soft and Gentle for my highlight. Are we proud? I actually stopped using Kiko Milano. No, I didn't stop using it. Soft and Gentle just worked with the tones that I wanted to today. So again, I wanted to make my lips a bit more statement and my eyes stand out, so my face has kind of had to take a neutral backseat a little bit. And so this is the best that I could come up with, and this is kind of what I was going for anyways. I wanted a healthy glow for my skin, and so yeah, I'm doing just that. And I actually decided to reverse the order today and use the Milani Make It Last setting spray. I just wanted to make a quick mention here. I have the Charlotte Tilbury makeup setting spray, and I've used the Milani one pretty much in every single video that I've put out. You guys, any breakouts you see are just me having like a dietary change or a shift. And I'm also a woman, so just keep that in mind. But, you know, I kid you not, I did not break out with the Milani setting spray. I'm like, what do I do? And I'm also waiting for the setting spray to dry. The Charlotte Tilbury one breaks me out. I don't know what it is. I've used it on other people when I did their makeup. I'm using the Fenty mascara right now, and I only used the Fenty mascara today. But I have no idea why. Guys, it just breaks me out. The Charlotte Tilbury, what is it? The Flawless Air Fresh. I don't know what it is. I don't even have the product near me. But I cannot use it, and I noticed that, like, I hate to say this because I love Huda Beauty. I don't like the Easy Bake setting spray either. I do not like it. I love her, the Blur foundation and her blushes and her lip pencil in the shade Deep Rose. That's another one of my favorite go-tos, and I have backups of that. Literally, I kid you not, I have backups of that. But I cannot stand it. I don't like the way the spray is designed. If this video ever reaches Huda, can you please change the way the nozzle is? I don't like it. But yes, I am just mascaraing my lashes, and if there's any setting spray that I recommend that you want to try, and you're not really looking to invest a lot of money, I would recommend the Milani one. So yes, that is where I stand. And I will go ahead and insert some of my Indian clothes for evening wear today now.